In a quiet, picturesque village surrounded by lush green hills, there lived an old farmer known for his calm demeanor and sage-like wisdom. He owned a magnificent horse that was the pride of his small farm. Strong and graceful, the horse was not only his most valuable possession, but also his trusted companion in plowing the fields and carrying heavy loads. One day, as the farmer was working in his field, the horse suddenly broke free from its tether and galloped away toward the hills. The villagers, who often sought the farmer's advice, rushed to his farm when they heard the news. "What terrible misfortune!" they exclaimed. "How will you work your fields now?" The farmer, unfazed, simply smiled and said, "Who knows? This might be a blessing in disguise." The villagers exchanged puzzled glances. How could the loss of such a vital asset be anything but disastrous? They left, shaking their heads at the old man's strange outlook. A few days later, the runaway horse returned, but it wasn't alone. It brought with it a small herd of wild horses. The villagers, hearing the commotion, came running once again. "What incredible luck!" they exclaimed, marveling at the farmer's newfound wealth. "Now you're richer than ever." The farmer, however, remained as composed as ever. "Who knows?" he replied. "This might bring trouble." The villagers were baffled by his response, but they said nothing. After all, who would question the good fortune of acquiring more horses? A week later, the farmer's only son, a young and energetic lad, decided to tame one of the wild horses. As he mounted the untamed creature, it bucked violently, throwing him to the ground. The fall left him with a broken leg. Once again, the villagers gathered to offer their sympathy. "What a tragedy," they said. "Your poor son. How will you manage your farm without his help?" The farmer, as calm as ever, responded, "Who knows? This might turn out to be a blessing." The villagers were growing increasingly frustrated with the old man's cryptic replies, but they couldn't argue with his serenity. A month later, news reached the village that a war had broken out in the kingdom. Soldiers arrived to recruit all the able-bodied young men to fight on the front lines. It was a heartbreaking day for many families as they tearfully bid their sons goodbye. However, the farmer's son was spared because of his broken leg. The villagers, now struck by the chain of events, came to the farmer, awestruck. "You were right all along," they admitted. "The loss of your horse, the wild ones it brought, and even your son's injury, everything happened for a reason." The farmer smiled gently and said, "Who knows what lies ahead? Life is full of twists and turns, and we must learn to accept them as they come." From that day, the villagers began to see life's events in a new light, realizing that sometimes the reasons behind life's happenings reveal themselves only with time. The story of the wise farmer reminds us that life is a tapestry woven with events that may seem good or bad in the moment, but often reveal their true purpose with time. Challenges may bring unexpected blessings, and what appears to be fortune may carry hidden lessons. By maintaining a calm and open perspective, we can navigate life's uncertainties with grace. Trust the journey, embrace every twist and turn, and remember that everything happens for a reason, often beyond our immediate understanding. In the grand scheme of life, patience and faith can transform setbacks into stepping stones for growth.